One screamed inside the Carzel military facility. Screaming was pointless here. Structure was not a training center, it was a filter. A place designed to remove the weak, the unadaptable, and the hopeful. Its black alloy walls absorbed sound, light, and morale. Gravity generators pulsed unpredictably. Atmospheric processors adjusted oxygen levels to stress the lungs of anything not born on a hostile world. This facility had shattered champions from 100 species, and now, standing alone at its center, was a human. Maya Torres exhaled slowly as the arena sealed behind her with a thunderous metallic boom. Her boots locked magnetically to the floor while her suit's internal systems recalibrated. Gravity, 2.4x standard oxygen, reduced environmental hazard level, extreme. A glowing panel flickered to life above the arena floor. Survival probability human. 3.1%. Maya smiled faintly. About what they said back home, she murmured. High above, behind layered energy shields, the Galactic Military Exchange Council observed in silence. Representatives from dozens of alien civilizations watched the human with open skepticism. She was smaller than most combat species, softer. No natural armor, no claws, no redundant organs. Commander Vrexthal of the Carzel clicked his mandibles in faint amusement. This is Earth's contribution? He asked. One soldier? Another alien officer replied. Their species is known for ambition, not survival. Laughter rippled through the upper tiers. None of them noticed Maya adjusting her stance, subtle, practiced, ready. Earth hadn't sent a symbol. Earth had sent a special operations weapon. The rules, a towering hologram, descended into the arena, forming the image of Overseer Talrun, an ancient being whose species had judged military trials for millennia. Participant Maya Torres of Earth, the Overseer announced. You will undergo trial one of the Carzel facility. Symbols translated instantly inside Maya's helmet. Trial parameters. Environmental hostility, autonomous combat units, adaptive threat escalation. Success conditions. Survive 30 standard minutes, neutralize or evade all threats, failure conditions. Loss of consciousness, biological shutdown, voluntary surrender, a pause. No human has ever reached the second phase of this facility. Maya flexed her fingers. Then let's fix the statistics. The facility awakens. Without warning, the floor dropped away. Maya fell. Gravity inverted violently, twisting her stomach as the walls reshaped themselves. She rotated midair, training overriding instinct, and slammed onto an angled surface, just as metal spikes erupted where she would have landed. The arena was alive. Platforms rose and collapsed. Corridors folded inward. The facility observed, calculated, adapted. 3 combat drones emerged from the Darkness Carzel hunter units. Bladed limbs, plasma cores, designed to kill creatures twice Maya's mass. Alien tacticians nodded confidently. These units dismember apex predators. The drones attacked simultaneously. Maya didn't hesitate. She moved with discipline, not panic. The first drone lunged. Maya stepped inside its attack arc, caught a rotating blade with a reinforced glove, twisted her hips, and slammed the machine into the wall. Impact ruptured its plasma core in a flash of blue light. The second drone fired. Maya rolled, feeling heat sear past her shoulder, and released a magnetic charge mid-motion. It snapped onto the drone's underside. The explosion echoed. The third drone hesitated. That hesitation costed everything. Maya sprinted forward under crushing gravity, leaped, and drove her combat knife into a structural seam its designers never expected anyone to reach. Silence returned. The arena display updated. Time elapsed, 152 threats neutralized. 3 The alien audience went quiet. Commander Vrexthal leaned forward. Impossible. Escalation protocol. Gravity increased again. 2.8x. Maya felt it crush down on her spine. Muscles burned. Breathing grew heavier. Sweat soaked into her suit. The facility responded. A massive gate opened. Something living stepped through. The Ravok Mauler was a biological war engine 6. Limbs, bone armor, jaws capable of crushing armored vehicles. It roared, shaking the arena. Several observers looked away. This is excessive, one council member said. She will die, the Mauler charged. Maya didn't retreat. She dropped to one knee and fired a compact launcher not at the beast, but at the ground beneath it. The explosion shattered the surface, throwing the creature off balance. Maya surged forward. She vaulted onto its back, driving her blade repeatedly into exposed nerve clusters she'd memorized from pre-mission intel. The mauler collapsed with a thunderous crash. Maya slid free, chest heaving. "Stay down," she whispered. The display changed again. Time elapsed. 9:34. Survival probability, human. 17%. The council chamber buzzed with uneasy murmurs. "This human adapts too quickly," someone said. "She should be broken by now." The mind war, the lights dimmed. The arena dissolved. Smoke, wreckage, and distant screams filled the space. Psychological warfare mode. Maya froze for a fraction of a second as her HUD flooded with false signals and OMI movements. Dying allies, impossible odds. This was where most species failed, not physically, mentally. Memories, surged real missions, real losses, names she carried with her every day. Alien observers leaned forward eagerly. Maya closed her eyes. Then she opened them. "You misunderstand humans," she said softly. "Pain doesn't stop us." She stepped into the chaos. She moved with purpose, clearing threats, protecting simulated allies, holding lines that didn't exist. Because soldiers didn't fight because victory was guaranteed. They fought because someone had to stand. Final minutes, time remaining. 3 o'clock, the Overseer's sensors flared. "Escalation insufficient," Talrun declared. A final protocol activated. A massive armored figure descended from above the champion unit, modeled after the greatest Karzal warrior in history. The audience erupted. Commander Vrextal stood. "She cannot defeat that." Maya looked up, bruised, exhausted, unbroken. She smiled. "Good," she said, tightening her grip. "I was hoping you'd finally get serious." Hay built a facility to break legends, and humanity sent Maya toward the champion unit, hit the arena floor like a falling moon. The impact sent shockwaves rippling through the metallic battlefield. Sections of the floor buckled. Gravity stabilizers flickered as the system struggled to compensate for the sheer mass of the construct. Maya Torres staggered but stayed on her feet. The champion rose slowly. It stood nearly 4 meters tall, wrapped in layered Carcel war armor, etched with glowing crimson glyphs. Its limbs were thick, with reinforced plating, each movement powered by servos strong enough to tear through tank holes. Where a face should have been was a smooth, mask-like helm, expressionless, merciless. This wasn't a machine. It was a legend, recreated. Across the observation tiers, silence fell. "That unit is modeled after Karzal Prime Champion Zorvel," an alien historian whispered. "He conquered 12 systems alone." Commander Vrextal's mandibles tightened. "No opponent has ever damaged it." The Overseer's voice echoed coldly through the arena. "Final trial engaged. Elimination authorized." Maya rolled her shoulders, ignoring the pain screaming through her muscles. Her suit reported damage warnings. Ammo was low, heart rate elevated. She looked up at the towering warform. "So," she said calmly, "you're the final exam." The first exchange, the champion moved. Not fast. Precise. It crossed half the arena in a single step, its massive arms swinging down like a falling building. Maya dove sideways as the blow cratered the floor where she'd stood moments before. Shrapnel tore through the air. Gravity surged again 3.1, X-forcing her body hard against the ground. The champion turned, tracking her instantly. No wasted motion, no hesitation. This is not a brute, Maya realized. It's a tactician. She fired. Plasma rounds streaked toward the champion's chest and detonated harmlessly against its armor. The construct didn't even flinch. The alien audience relaxed. "It is immune," someone said. "This ends now." The champion advanced. Maya retreated, not in panic, but deliberately drawing it toward a collapsed section of the arena. Her mind raced, cataloging every movement, every micro-delay. She didn't need to overpower it, she needed to outthink it. Known doctrine, the champion struck again. Maya barely rolled clear, feeling the shockwaves slam into her ribs. She gasped, pain flashing white-hot across her vision. Her suit warned her of cracked armor plating. "Case," she muttered, forcing herself upright. No more mistakes. High above Overseer, Talrun observed with growing unease. The human continues despite catastrophic stress, it noted. This behavior is statistically irrational. No, it was human. Maya sprinted toward a vertical wall and ran straight up it, boots magnetizing for just long enough to flip her momentum. She launched herself off the surface, firing downward as she fell. The shots didn't damage the champion, but they forced it to raise its arms. That was all she needed. She landed behind it and drove a shaped charge into an exposed joint. The explosion rocked the arena. The champion staggered only a step, but the reaction was immediate. The audience erupted. It reacted. Damage confirmed. Commander Vrextel stood abruptly. That joint should not be accessible. Maya rolled away as the champion spun with terrifying speed, its damaged limbs sparking. She smiled through bloodied teeth. Every system has a flaw, she whispered. Adaptation wore the champion, adapted instantly. Its stance changed. Its movements grew faster, more aggressive. Internal systems reconfigured, compensating for damage. The arena itself responded, walls shifting, cover collapsing, forcing Maya into open ground. This wasn't just a fight. It was an arms race. Maya's breathing grew ragged. Her muscles trembled under relentless gravity. Each step felt heavier than the last. But the champion was slowing too. Not physically, predictably. It's optimizing for known variables, Maya realized. So let's give it something new. She switched tactics. Instead of retreating, she charged. The alien observers gasped. Is she insane? Maya slid beneath a sweeping strike, planted a mine mid-roll, and vaulted over the champion's leg. The mine detonated, blasting upward. The champion roared an artificial sound, but filled with fury and stumbled. Maya didn't waste the opening. She climbed. Using damaged armor plates as handholds, she scaled the champion's torso under crushing gravity. Her fingers burned. Her arms screamed. The champion tried to shake her off. It's too late. Maya slammed her final charge into the champion's upper back, directly over its command core. She pushed off as hard as she could. The explosion lit the arena like a newborn star. Silent smoke filled the battlefield. Debris rained down. For a long moment, nothing moved. Alien spectators leaned forward, barely breathing. Slowly, the smoke cleared. The champion knelt. Sparks poured from its shattered backplating. Its systems flickered wildly. Then finally it collapsed forward, crashing into the arena floor. The display flashed. Champion unit disabled. For the first time in the facility's history, the arena went completely silent. Commander Vrextel sank back into his seat. She defeated it, he whispered. A human. Defeated it. The final revelation. Maya dropped to one knee, exhausted beyond words. Her vision blurred. Her suit screamed warnings. She forced herself to stand anyway. The timer ticked down. Time remaining. 018 Overseer Talrune's hologram flickered its calm facade cracking. Akami. Cryo. Completed, it said slowly. The arena lights shifted from hostile red to neutral white. For the first time, the facility stood down. Maya exhaled and looked up at the watching galaxy. That's your test? She asked hoarsely. You should see our training, murmurs erupted across the council chamber. Humans train for this. What kind of world produces such soldiers? The overseer turned toward the council. The Galactic Military Exchange Program parameters must be revised, Talrune stated. Humanity is not a minor species. No, Maya said quietly. She straightened, meeting their gaze. We're survivors. They built a facility to break legends. Then humanity sent Maya Torres' HFY Sci-Fi Story Part 3 final. The galaxy did not erupt into applause. It froze. Inside the Carzel military facility, silence pressed heavier than gravity ever had. The champion unit lay shattered at Maya Torres. Fine's legendary form reduced to a smoking ruin of broken armor and dead systems. For thousands of cycles, that machine had represented the absolute ceiling of individual military power. And now it was scrap. Maya stood unsteadily at the center of the arena. Blood streaking down one side of her face, armor cracked and scorched, breathing slow and controlled by sheer discipline alone. She did not raise her arms. She did not celebrate. She simply stood. That, somehow, made it worse. The galaxy reacts across the observation tiers. Voices erupted all at once. This cannot be accurate. The champion was invincible. She should be dead 10 times over. Strategists recalculated. Biologists rechecked human physiology data. Military analysts quietly deleted assumptions they had trusted for centuries. Commander Vrexthal remained silent. His mandibles trembled not with anger, but with something far more dangerous: respect. Overseer Talruna's hologram flickered violently, its ancient composure finally cracking. This outcome was not projected, it admitted. The human exceeded all adaptive thresholds. Maya looked up, eyes sharp despite exhaustion. "You tested one soldier," she said. "And you still don't understand what you're dealing with." The question no one wanted to ask. Medical drones hovered closer, scanning her vitals. "Critical fatigue detected," one announced. "Multiple fractures. Severe muscular damage." Maya waved it off. "I'm fine," she said. "Seen worse." That single sentence sent another ripple of unease through the chamber. Commander Vrexthal finally spoke. "Human," he said carefully, "was this. Individual excellence." Maya met his gaze. "No," she replied immediately. She straightened as much as her body allowed. "This is baseline." The word hit like a shockwave. Several council members recoiled. "Possible," one hissed. "Your species should not survive such environments." Maya nodded once. "You're right," she said. "We weren't supposed to." The truth about Earth, the arena walls dimmed, transforming into a holographic projection of Earth. Storms raged across continents. Volcanoes erupted. Oceans churned violently. Maya gestured weakly toward the image. "This is our home," she said. "A planet that never stopped trying to kill us." She looked back at the council. High gravity, unstable climate, predators that hunted us before we had tools, diseases, wars, disasters. Her voice hardened. "We didn't evolve to be strongest, or fastest, or toughest." She tapped her helmet. "We evolved to adapt." Silence returned this time, heavy with understanding. The offer Overseer Talrun shifted uneasily. "The Galactic Military Exchange Program exists to maintain balance," it said. "Human participation must be reconsidered." Maya laughed softly, then winced at the pain. "Relax," she said. "Earth isn't here to conquer anyone." Several alien representatives exhaled in relief. Maya's smile faded. "We're here to make sure no one ever thinks we're weak again." She looked directly at the highest council tier. "So here's the truth," she continued. "You built this facility to break legends." She gestured to the ruins behind her. "It didn't break me." A pause. "Now I'm not even the best we have." The decision the council chamber erupted into frantic discussion. Holographic displays lit up with new projections, human fleet estimates, population growth curves, industrial capacity. The data was terrifying. Commander Vrexthal rose slowly from his seat and stepped forward, bowing fully this time. "Acknowledgement granted," he said formally. "Humanity is recognized as a Tier 1 adaptive combat species." The words echoed through the chamber. History was being rewritten. "Talrun," followed Osiera. Talrun followed. "The exchange program will be amended," it declared. "Human instructors will be invited to observe and to teach." Maya closed her eyes briefly. "Good," she said, "because that's where the real lessons start." The message home hours later. Aboard a neutral medical transport, Maya lay on a recovery platform. Automated systems worked to repair her body. A transmission window opened. "Earth Command." "Maya," the commander said, relief clear in his tone. "Did you succeed?" Maya smiled tiredly. "Yeah," she replied. "They understand now." A pause. "And Maya," the commander added, "the galaxy's already reacting. Alliances shifting, borders locking down." She stared at the stars beyond the viewport. "Good," she said quietly. "Then maybe they'll think twice next time." Epilogue. A new reputation across the galaxy. Military academies updated their doctrine. Where once the word human meant fragile, it now meant unpredictable, relentless. Dangerous when underestimated in the Carzel facility. A single plaque was installed at the arena entrance. Trial status, retired reason, facility no longer capable of accurately measuring human limits. Final scene. Torres stood on the transport's observation deck as it prepared to jump to hyperspace. She rolled her shoulders, testing her strength. Still human, still tired, still standing. Behind her, a galaxy-watched hand wondered. Not if humanity would rise, but what would happen when they stopped holding back?